Welcome to the SAGE Group, Department of Mechanical Engineering, SIRT Bhopal. I am Dr. Amit Abbas and this is a brief description about my qualification. In the previous lecture, we have seen the drilling operation, means regarding the drilling machine, what are the geometry of drilling machine, drilling bit and drilling tool, each and everything we have seen, I think. So regarding the each and every component, what are the main component, what is the function of drilling machine and geometry and each and everything we have seen, in I think whatever the required, especially for your syllabus and for your exams point of view. So definitely each and everything we have seen very clearly. Now the remaining part is that what are the operation we can perform the drilling machine. We should see each and everything. Means you know what, for example, boring machine for boring operation, sorry. So boring operation, you can perform it on the lathe also, and you can perform it on the drilling drilling machine also. So the one thing I just want to tell you, don't stick with the single, the for example one operation, for example reaming operation. This can be performed using lathe also, this can be performed using drilling also, but we need to optimize in terms of cost, in terms of volume, in terms of easy, how easy for you to perform this operation, ease of operation, and each and everything we have to see in a very analysis everything to choose the a particular operation. So let's see one by one, we will see what operations can be performed using drilling operation. So the operation, the first point we are going to see the common operation that can be performed on the drilling press are drilling, reaming, boring, countersinking, and tapping. I'm not sticking with these things only. You can perform another operation also, but what are the best option? We have to go with that one. That's why I'm just mentioning some of the operation that we are going to perform it using the drilling machine. So next point is that the capacity of the drilling machine. Already I have discussed in the previous lecture that the largest workpiece that you can operate on a drilling machine, that will define the capacity of that drilling machine. So these are the two basic points that I need to discuss here. And basically the since the name itself drilling machine, so definitely drilling is obvious that we will have to drill a hole. So definitely one thing is very clear, but what about the reaming, what is boring, and how will it will look like, how tool will be look like, and how what is countersinking and what is stepping. So we have to see each and everything, and one by one we will see. So let's go for the reaming first. And the first one is that what is reaming operation. Reaming basically involves a rotary cutting tool, and I should say this is a multi-point cutter. Multi-point cutter will be used as as in the lecture we have seen that drilling is two-point cutting tool, turning has single point cutting tool. This is a multi-point cutting tool. This reamer is having multi-point, and this is cutting a tool. I'm just writing here, this is multi-point cutting tool will be used for reaming operation. So definitely it will use to create the smooth surface, the smooth interior wall, I should say, in an existing hole in a workpiece. This will be used a reamer. The next point is the rotary cutting tool is used in reaming, is known as a reamer. Obviously, so to perform a reaming operation, so the tool will be known as a reamer. Next point, as the workpiece rotate, the cutting tool selectively scrap off the material to achieve a new size and shape. Somehow, workpiece will rotate and cutting tool will be rotate also. Since the cutting tool will be fitted into spindle, so sometimes the workpiece will be kept stationary or tool will be rotating. So these type of phenomena will be there also. So basically you should remember this one only. So these things, the cutting tool will be rotated on drilling machine, basically you will found. So that's why I'm mentioning here. So you can achieve a new size and shape of the drilled hole. Next one is that like drill bit, reamer also removes some material. Definitely this is a machining process. This will remove the material from the workpiece. That's why that will remove the excessive amount of material to create a smoother surface. So this was regarding the reaming operation and how the drill bit will be look like. So this is the reamer. This is the reamer, and how this is a reamer, and this tool is rotating as I told you. So just and this is the workpiece. This is workpiece, and this is the reaming operation is used to create a smooth surface. So you need to mention this one. This is smoother, I should say, smoother surface, smoother interior surface, I should say. So this was regarding the reaming operation. So next I'm going to compare it with that what is the basic difference between a drilling, boring and reaming operation. So in the drill bit, here we have mounted the shank portion will be engaged with the what the spindle, especially chuck. A chuck will be mounted on the spindle. Spindle will be connected to the motor. Here will be motor. Motor will be connected using belt, and belt is basically connected with the what the spindle will rotate using this belt. Since motor will be rotate, this will be transmitted to what spindle will rotate, and on that chuck will be there, and on chuck we will fit the drill bit. If we want to use a reamer, then a chuck, we will lose the chuck, we will remove the drill bit, and then we will fit the boring tool. Again, if we want to use the reamer, we will lose the chuck, and then we will remove the boring tool, and we will fit the reaming tool. So these three operations can be performed, and this is drill bit, drilling process. This is basically for used to making the cylindrical hole. And main thing is that the new hole we will make, especially using this. And the size of the drilling machine, basically the diameter of the drilling tool or drill bit, this is basically called. So this will decide the size of the hole created by this drill bit. That the hole already we have created using the drill bit, this hole will be enlarged using a boring operation. So this boring operation will be used for enlarge the drilled hole. Means already existing hole, the size of the existing hole, interior diameter I am talking about. If I am saying the size of the hole, means I mean to say that interior diameter of the existing hole, drilled hole. So this will be enlarged using a boring operation, and here this is single point cutting tool will be used. Here 2-point cutting tool will be used in case of drilling, in case of boring single point, and here you can see this is a multi-point cutter will be used, and reaming is basically used for finishing hole. Slightly remove the material from the hole. So this is the basic difference between drilling, boring and reaming operation. So let's move for the next operation, that is counter boring. So the first point regarding the counter boring is it is the operation of enlarging one end of the existing hole. This is the basic difference between boring. In boring, throughout the hole will be enlarged, but only one end of the existing hole will be enlarged using the counter boring tool. So this is look like this one. So here this is the counter boring, means only one end of the hole will be enlarged using the counter boring tool. This is with the existing hole, concentric with the existing hole, and with the square bottom, square bottom. So this is the second point, is it is done to accommodate the head of the bolt, studs or pin. Whenever we need to fix it, the bolt, studs or pin, we need to go for the counter boring operation. So the next and last point is the cutting edge of the counter bore tool used for the counter boring may have straight or spiral teeth. This is depend on the geometry you need to you need to counter boring that existing hole. So this will depend on that size and the drilling hole geometry. So this is regarding the counter boring operation. So just always I am telling you repeatedly that always try to draw the figure. So this is this figure, you need to draw it in your notebook, and just remember this important point. So this was regarding the counter boring. Next is counter sinking. We have to see, this is similar like a reaming, in the reaming tool this was like a cylindrical type of tool, but here this is having a conical type geometry. So as we have seen in the chamfering operation performed on the lathe machine, so this may be called as internal chamfering. So the first point, in the countersinking, a conical tool, as I told you, and it is also, you can see it by your eye also, that how it will look like. So the same thing is, if you know how to draw this figure, so each and everything you can write it by your own. So the conical tool is used to cut a tapered enlargement at opening of the holes. So a tapered type of things, so a chamfering type of process we have seen. So not more than that is required. That's why I mentioned only one point regarding the that operation. Next is a tapping operation. The tapping operation, this is look like again this one, and you need to draw again. As I told you, you need to draw this one for the tapping operation. And the first point regarding the tapping operation is, tapping is the operation of cutting internal threads. External threads we have performed using the lead screw and half nut mechanism on the lathe also, but here you can also using the tapping operation you can perform. So as I am repeatedly telling you that one thing, one operation can be performed using various type of machine, but we need to optimize that whether which operation is better for our particular operation, and economic point of view we need to also think about it. So this is called as the tapping operation. So the tool is called tap. Reamer, in case of reaming operation, reamer is the cutting tool is called reamer. So in this case this is called as tap. And next is, a tap has a cutting edge in the shape of a thread. So definitely whatever shape you required for internal threading, for example, means you need a internal threads having a specific type of a specific type of structure. So definitely the same structure should have the tapping tool. So this is regarding the second point, and the third point is, when the tap is screwed into a hole, it will remove the metal and cut internal threads for tapping the hole. So definitely when you will remove, when you will rotate this one, so it will remove the internal material from here. This is the cutting edge. This sharpen cutting edge will involve in the cutting operation, and this will generate the thread as I told you. So this was regarding the tapping operation. So this was the everything, every operation that you can go through, and you should, I think, remember this operation. And this is very important operation, and just remember the geometry and what are the significance and what is the introduction about these operations. So thank you for watching this video, and thank you on the behalf of the Sage group and the Department of Mechanical Engineering, SIRT. So thank you for watching this video, and God bless you all.